Hey guys, Ryan here, and today we're bringing you a replay in the Charioteer on Arctic region. Now, as you might be thinking, a bit weird to see a video, but things in real life still aren't perfect, but I received a bit of good news, and that's enough to have cheered me up, enough to where I wanted to make a video. So, as I said, videos may stop intermittently, but just, you might see a video a day, then you might go a few days without one, you might go a week without one, then you'll see one. It's just, it'll be all over the place, so don't expect regular upload like before, but you might still see the odd video. So, Tier 8 game, I'm in the Charioteer, and I'm platooned with Curtis in the T-103. Or Russian Tier 8 TD thing with a turret, and 440 Alpha. Now you can see by the fact that my standard round is still AP, this is still the Charioteer with the stock gun. Which isn't a bad gun, 226 pan, and decent gun handling stats, it's not bad. Now, this is a Tier 9 game, well, there are 2 Tier 9s on each team, and the thing about the Charioteer is, it's got the hull of a Comet and a turret, so it's basically quite a slow medium tank, and with my equipment setup, with the gun rammer, optics, and camo net, and my crew skills, I have very nice view range and very nice camo that allows me to play kind of like a medium tank. So you see, I'm actually driving quite far forwards in my TD. I'm actually going to the kind of light tank slash medium position. You see a lot of people come down here, and I'm doing the same because I'm going to try and spot people. Using my view range and camo combination. See, I'm waiting to see if anyone's going to try and make the cross. Now, enemy TD's gone to a really weird position. I do get one shot on them. Unfortunately, I'm not going to reload fast enough to get the other one, but still just waiting here for the team, just trying to do some spotting. And it's actually quite surprising that no one's been seen yet. Our team have quite a defensive perimeter around our spawn. You see, actually, the reason I haven't seen anyone yet is a lot of people from the enemy spawn have gone down the 9-0 line, which is rather interesting. I don't normally see that. But what I'm going to do is, even though I'm playing far forward, I don't want to go too far forward. I don't have many hit points, and with the stock gun, my DPM isn't the greatest. So I don't want to get caught out in the open with still little hit points. So you see, I'm hanging about here, I'm just waiting. Now, Tortoise actually gets spotted. I'm going to try and snipe his weak point. Now, the nice thing is, the Charioteer with this, well, all its guns, is very accurate. Now, I try a blind shot. I was very unlikely to actually pan or hit, but I tried it anyway. And what I'm thinking about is, I'm thinking about moving a bit further forward. Because the other thing to notice about this game is, and unfortunately Curtis got caught out in the middle earlier and died. Had to get a nice shot on the Tiger. The thing to worry is that, or say worry, the good thing, sorry, no light tanks. Which for my TD with good view and good camo is another reason why I decided to play a bit more aggressive. With no light tanks around, I actually feel quite confident being one of the best scouts on the team. There will be tanks, probably like medium tanks or something, with more view range than me, but if being a TD, I've got the view range with really good camo. That camo is what makes up the spotting difference. And that's why I highly value camo, even on medium tanks, because I love view range. That's why I always use optics on basically everything. And I see camouflage as part of my view range, basically, in that the better my camo, the closer I can get to the enemy to use my view range, if that makes sense. So, camo is very important for me. I even run the camo skill on some heavy tanks. Again, just me being weird, but, you know, it works for me. I don't recommend any of you guys try it. Tortoise gets spotted again, and you see I've got this bush here that I'm using as cover to snipe the Tortoise's weak point without being spotted. So what I'm going to do is, I was going to go forward and try and spot the Tortoise again to shoot at him, but instead, I'm getting ready to hide behind this rock because there's an enemy medium tank in front of me. I think it's a 416, who's very, very annoying, because he's kind of ruined my plan to shoot at the Tortoise, because I don't want to stay out here in case he spots me. You see, I was able to spot the TDs up on the little hill there without getting spotted myself. And you see, now the medium's around that corner, I'm going to go back to try and get shots at the Tortoise. See, I'm waiting. Now that I'm behind the bush again, now I'm going to start shooting. It gives me the side, so I'm actually going for the drive wheel to try and perma-track him. Got some nice shots in. Unfortunately, he's repaired, so I'm going for the weak point shot again. Which unfortunately I missed, but I think that was more on me than no else. And now the Tortoise has realised that there's someone being a real issue from the middle. And there's been a really weirdly played game, and like none of them came up north of the map, and none of them came to the centre part. So it's just this game, I had to adapt to it because I wasn't expecting to have this free reign. You see me actually retreat a little bit, and that's because I'm worried about that 416 that was over there. Because the 416 is another tank, especially for a medium tank, that actually has pretty impressive camouflage values. And actually has more DPM than me, I believe. Well, at least when I've got this gun, he's got more DPM than me. So I don't really want to mess with him. Now, 705 is again moving to quite an interesting location. I do get a single shot in, which is always nice. Am I going to get one more? I do. Up to 2,000 damage, and it's been a rather slow game so far, but again, this is something I've been teaching myself for a while, to play a lot more careful. And you'll see, I was correct to be worried of the 416, because he did actually try to come up north, which is exactly what I thought he might do. Thankfully, we've got a friendly medium up north who kind of was there to spot him, and when the 416 got spotted, he decided to turn back. Now, I was hoping to spot him at this point, and he crossed out, but as I said before, he's got really good camo, so spotting him might be an issue. I'm scared of pushing out, because the thing you have to remember is, the Tortoise is still alive, and if I get caught out by a 416 with his DPM, and the Tortoise with its DPM, I'm not going to live very long, probably less than 10 seconds. So now I'm starting to move. You see, I'm trying to keep this bush between myself and where I think the 416 might be. Now that I got closer, I'm going to drop down. And I'm hoping to spot the 416, and I'm also hoping that that medium tank might come join me in a moment, because the 416 drops down here. Now, the only advantage I have over 416 is actually the fact that I have a fully chargeable turret, and he doesn't. So, if I could somehow track and get behind him, that'd be good. But, you know, there's still a threat I don't want to deal with. But speaking of, 416 actually spotted with the Tortoise. So, I'm jumping up to deal with this. I'm going to rush the first shot and miss. I'm going to deal with the Tortoise first, because he's on low health and has a more dangerous gun. And also, he's holding my team back. You saw I held the shot there, so I didn't shoot the 416. By killing him, my team can now come up. Now, I don't know why I backed up here. I've got the hit points now. I should just be trading with the 416 while the teammates are coming up. 416 fires a heat shell at me. I don't blame him. He could have had it loaded for the heavy tanks down below him. Get one more shot in, and our team is indeed going to finish him off. And now we just have, I believe it's a T-28 to deal with. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to load the APCR to allow me to shoot straight through that kind of plate below the gun. Cut up to get him. I have enough hit points to survive a shot from him. So hide. Wait till he turns. And that plate right there, with the premium, I can go through it. And he's now at the low enough hit points to where I could really just let him shoot me, but it don't really matter because he's fired his gun. The low alpha not doing me too well here, and I do miss out on the kill, but again, all that damage I got this game, it was a slow game, but I was playing for XP because I'm trying to get upgraded, hence why I did play quite aggressive in terms of my positioning, but I did play quite passive at the same time. You need to get damage when you're trying to grind your vehicle, so don't worry about playing a bit more passive, just while you're trying to get upgraded. Top of the team, just under 4k damage, 1 kill, not much assistance because no one went where I was expecting them to, 55k profit, and an alright bit of XP. So, thank you guys for watching, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.